Oh my gosh, that's exactly how it is. That Paris Hilton clip where you're talking and you think you're talking to something and it's actually just copying you, and it starts off being nice. I was actually thinking when I was walking around, I was thinking about all the things of how I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to say it. That makes her look too bad, but it's true that when I was, this is something else that I was thinking of saying, but when I was younger, Sophie used to always, she'd just copy me. Like, we'd always have this game where I would play like queens and peasants, and I'd always make her be the peasant and make her do things. And then it took her about 2 or 3 years. Okay, she's 4 years younger than me, but it took her a long time to realize that actually playing kings and queens and peasants when I'm always the queen and she's always the peasant. It took her a long time to realize that she didn't actually enjoy that. And then she started being like, well, I want to be the queen. And I was like, okay. So I chose days um, where I chose days where I was always away, like doing brownies. I did quite a lot of things. There was lots of different activities that my mum wanted me to get involved in. So I was trying to do as many. I did lots, but I said, okay, on these days you can be the queen. But I knew that I wouldn't be around, and when was around, I would just be like, oh, I'm too tired. And again, it took ages and ages for her to realize that's I was doing this, and so I kind of knew that she was a little bit of an idiot, but at the same time, I kind of liked it. Um, and But yeah, you talk to a parrot, and you think the parrot's talking back because it's saying words and repeating it, but it doesn't really understand what it's actually saying. And I just felt like there was a lot of truth with Sophie. Like she was mimicking me and copying me. And if I was watching TV, she would want to watch TV. Of course, she would want to watch a different program, of course, which is annoying. Or if I was on a computer, she would want to be on the computer, and she was always just didn't like to be alone. She just wanted to copy me and follow me. But um, and make things a little bit annoying by doing something slightly different. But and yeah, and it's just like, and then she found George, and I was kind of like, oh, you know, I want Sophie to like me again. But then again, I realized how annoying it was, because if someone's copying you. It's fine if they're copying your good traits, but if they start copying your bad traits, then suddenly it becomes annoying. And with George, it was, you know, I didn't like him, but I actually felt like, when you have a conversation, it's like you talk and then you have an intelligent response back, or you say something and you're not thinking it. Maybe you can think of it at some point, or sometimes you don't, sometimes you don't think of things. You want an idea or you want an answer and you don't actually have the answer. And so you like to talk to someone that might be able to remind you of what the answer should be, or something like that. And I just, when I was talking to George, you'd always get a sort of intelligent response, and you're feeling like you're talking to a person and not a parrot. And Sophie, it's got really bad in the last year. Like, like it's literally just turned into. I feel like I'd get more conversation from a parrot. That's how I felt in the last year, and I just don't know what's going wrong with her. But she's not even giving full sentences these days, and I just don't understand why. And it might be me or whatever. I'm God, so it must be me. But at the same time, I don't know. I hope she'll snap out of it, and she hasn't. So, but it has made me wonder. Has she always been like this? And to be honest, I kind of think she has. I just, because George kind of stole her from me to, when she was 15, I would have been about 19. I guess I never fully recognized it. At that time, I thought I was just a normal person. I thought Sophie was just a normal person, and I tried to treat everyone with the same open-mindedness. I believe that if you're on this planet, this is kind of where you're, the stage that you're at. And I do think that there are other worlds and other stages, but it's a process. You start off small, and then you get smarter and smarter and smarter. But if you're all in on this planet, okay, you're all at a very, there is lots of different levels here, definitely. Lots of different types of animals, lots of different types of people that have different types of skills that were developed from when they were different types of animals and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still just level one. Like that's how I would see it, and then other levels would be, but that's way more complicated. And I don't want to talk about that because I do know, because you watch Buffy, you watch, and I've had so many dreams where I walk into these episodes, and you could just control everything, or the whole, jumping up, spinning around, dividing yourself into a hundred different things, people, and then spinning around, turning into acrobatic show and stuff. And that, I fantasize about that all the time, and that's such a cool thing. But at the same time, um, that's not this world, and I can't say too much about it, but I I want people to get there if such a place exists. But not now. Not now. You have to be ready to get there, and I don't think no one is. So in time, just stay here and live as long as you can.